All right, Coach Pritts. What's going on out here? What you guys looking for? What do the Sun Devils need in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio?
You're trying to get me fired instead of me out here watching wrestling right now. No.
Okay, Zeke's always, first off, you're the guy, though. You're the guy. Zeke says you are one of the best recruiters on the planet Earth. He gives you nothing but credit. Why do you have such a good mind for recruiting?
I don't know that I necessarily do. I think I'm just, my whole career, been surrounded by great people. And so being surrounded by great people and listening to what they do is, I'm basically just following in the footsteps of what everyone's taught me and continue to learn and try to continue to evolve as the kids evolve. And the communication changes, you got to change with them. And I think that's probably the most difficult part, is being able to change with the technology, with where they're at and the way they communicate.
Talking about technology, you're a phone guy. You have to be a phone guy now.
Have to be.
It's really hard, these kids, they're with the phones. The technology moves so fast. How do you keep up? You're a guy who wrestled in college in the 90s. How do you keep up?
I don't know if you can. It's hard to. I'm a pen and paper kind of guy. So, but I've learned, you jump on and eventually you build a relationship the way that they communicate, and then finally you switch it over to the phone a little bit. And it starts to work. But at the end of the day, it's all about building relationships, right?
So you're obviously a good social relationship builder, and kids got to trust you at the end of the day, and parents.
At the end of the day, they're not coming unless there's a trust level, It's pretty simple. You have to have your major, right? First, you have to have the major. I always tell people, picking a college, it doesn't have to be difficult. One, they have to have your major. Two, you have to have good workout partners, so make sure you're surrounded by competition. Three, you have to have a good, strong schedule that you're going to compete in if you're going to be ready for the NCAA tournament. And four, you got to have a good relationship with the coaching staff. If you have those four things, it doesn't matter where you're at on the planet, you can have success at that location.
You got, I think, hands down the smartest coach in Division I wrestling. That's just my opinion. I think obviously Tom Ryan, Coach Kale, those guys are really intelligent individuals.
Oh, yeah.
But, if you look at Zeke, the mind of Zeke Jones is 10 steps ahead of everybody else. It's incredible. So let's just go to the next step. Cube. He has a challenge cube. You guys have a challenge flag in the NCAAs. It was a cube. It so happened to be a cube in Las Vegas. If you look at the movement the exchange between Zahid and Bo Jordan, it was much closer than people gave it credit for. What do you think? How does that guy, is he gaming the system, or is he genuinely fighting for his guy to not getting taken down? What do you guys say? It's your boss. How do you learn from that? That guy's incredible.
Yeah, at the end, and even that scenario, I wasn't around it, but
it was close. I'm just going to tell you that. I watched it live. It was close.
I can tell you this is, I remember one year at the Pac-12s, we used, I don't know how many challenges. We had a lot of challenges. But then I remember when the parents came on and said, "You guys sure challenged a lot." I said, "Yeah." But we ended the tournament, we still had 2 left. So we challenged like 7 times throughout the tournament. And at the end of the day, we still had 2 because you get 3, right?
Yeah, but you get them back if you don't lose the challenge.
Right. And I said, at the end of the day, we still had 2 left. I was like, so we're winning these challenges, so we're challenging at the right times. And it's just, it's like Zeke does and everything he does. He pays attention to detail. And it's, I told somebody else this, and I can't remember who, but we're getting ready to wrestle Ohio State this year, and they have the announcer out on the middle of the mat, and here he is. All of a sudden, he pulls out his phone, and he starts taking video of it because he thought it was such a cool idea, and he's like, some way we got to implement this into our program. And I mean, we're getting ready to wrestle, what are they, number 2 in the country at the time, and now they might even be 1, they're still 1 or 2 in the country, and he's sitting there paying attention to details of everything.
It's incredible because you don't get to take those challenges home with you. It doesn't do you any good.
No.
Right? And I look at it like, I look at it like even like my nephew. If he'd have had a challenge against Israel Martinez in the semifinals of the NCAA, maybe it's a different scenario. It isn't. They don't have one.
Right.
But Zeke Jones isn't his coach. I think Zeke's putting his guys in a position to win.
Correct.
And a lot of people are like, oh no, he's cheating the system, he's gaming, it's a longer.
Yeah, our guys are in shape, so that's never going to happen. And that's the other thing is, if our guys were doing that, Zeke would chase them back out onto the mat. There's no chance, So, all our guys, we're in great shape. We train, basically, we train year-round. It's 11 months out of the year you're training. Our guys are in great shape. So that's always going to be a non-issue.
What's it like working with a guy who's just his mind is always working?
It's great. Because I call him at midnight. I don't sleep either, so I'll call him at midnight. He answers the phone. If I call him at 5 in the morning or or he's calling me and texting me at 5 in the morning. Hey, ideas are popping in his brain. So for me, it's great. I love working with people that are willing and wanting to do it all day long. This is all you want to do all day, every day, is wrestling. And so for me, it's a blast.
You guys have one of the best technicians. I mean, a lot of the Oklahoma State guys are pretty good technicians. Pendleton, he might be in the top 3 there. And I was watching him all this summer. I was watching Jamil. I was watching Daringer. I was watching John. I was watching all these guys do technique. What's it like having a technician like that, you know, and Coach Pendleton?
Well, it's great, you know. I mean, and you look at our staff, between him and Hassan Garcia, you know, just anyone that rolls through our program, there's great wrestling minds. Whether it's, and everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, right, like anyone else. So anytime you can pull everyone's strength together in different areas, you can start to bottle, you know, you can start to put it into a bottle and bottle it and start to take off as a program.
It's there.
It's there.
I like it. I mean, I'm thinking I think trophy team this year. I look at it, obviously you guys don't think that yet, but you're working towards it, right?
We're working towards it. You know, I mean, that's a long way away. We got a lot of work to do. Luckily, we have a lot of time to do the work. You know, there's a lot of training days left. How high can we climb? You know, I don't know. There's a lot of good teams out there. You know, do I think we have the potential in the room? Absolutely. Do I think our guys are ready for the challenge? Absolutely. But like I said, there's a lot of work to do, and then you got to have some things line up for you. You know. So and then the bonus points obviously are going to be huge, and we talk about that a lot, is the bonus points and what it's going to take for us to start jumping in front of some of these good teams out there.
Last thing, recruiting out here. What are you guys looking for at the Walsh Ironman?
Shoot, we got 10 weight classes to fill. We're a ways away from some of those teams points-wise, so we got to fill some weight classes. I can't give you too much.
All right. All right. Hey, thanks for the time. Enjoy the rest of the wrestling. You got anything else for me?
Yeah, how's your babies?
Good, man. They need backpacks.
There we go.
All right, hey,
Sun
thanks
Devils.
for the time.
Thank
Good luck.
you.